Welcome to this lesson on loops in C++. In programming, loops are essential tools that allow us to repeat a block of code multiple times, making our code more efficient and less repetitive. Today, we'll learn about the different types of loops in C++, their syntax, and when to use them. What are loops? Loops are constructs that allow you to execute a block of code repeatedly as long as a specified condition is true. Instead of writing the same code multiple times, loops simplify repetitive tasks. For example, they are useful for iterating over data structures or performing repetitive calculations. Loops help to avoid redundant code, handle repetitive tasks efficiently, simplify logic when working with collections or arrays. There are four main types of loops in C++: for loop, while loop, do while loop, and range-based for loop. The for loop is used when the number of iterations is known in advance. For example, this loop will print the numbers from 0 to 4. How it works? The loop starts with I initialized to 0. Before each iteration, the condition I less than 5 is checked. If I is less than 5, the loop executes. Otherwise, it exits. After each iteration, I is incremented by 1. Let's see what happens into the loop. I equals 0. Condition 0 less than 5 is true. Code inside the loop outputs 0, and I is incremented to 1. Condition 1 less than 5 is true, so the code inside the loop executes. It outputs 1, and I is incremented to 2. Condition 2 less than 5 is true, so the code inside the loop executes. It outputs 2, and I is incremented to 3. I equals 3. Condition 3 less than 5 is true, so the code inside the loop executes. It outputs 3, and I is incremented to 4. I equals 4. Condition 4 less than 5 is true, so the code inside the loop executes. It outputs 4, and I is incremented to 5. I equals 5. Condition 5 less than 5 is false. The loop stops, and the program exits the loop. The while loop is used when the number of iterations depends on a dynamic condition. In this example, the loop will also print the numbers from 0 to 4, but the condition is checked before each iteration. The do while loop ensures that the code inside the loop executes at least once, regardless of the condition. This loop will also print the numbers from 0 to 4, but the condition is checked after each iteration. The range-based for loop, introduced in C++11, simplifies iteration over arrays, vectors, and other collections. This loop will print all the elements in the array, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Common errors with loops. While using loops, you may encounter some common mistakes. Infinite loops, forgetting to update the condition, causing the loop to run forever. Off by 1 errors, using incorrect boundary conditions, such as starting or stopping at the wrong point. Choosing the wrong loop, using a for loop instead of a while loop for dynamic conditions. In this lesson, we learned about the 4 types of loops in C++: for, while, do while, and range-based for. Each loop has its unique use case, and understanding them will help you write more efficient and readable code. Thank you for joining this session, and happy coding.